Hi, it's Helena Marie, and I'm here at Starbucks. It's a Sunday, and it's my day off, so I just thought I'd kind of share with you what does a tarot reader do on their day off. So, Starbucks, there's the camera around so you can see. This is Starbucks on a Sunday in Auckland, New Zealand. There's lots of people walking around outside. I was actually a bit naughty, and I've just, for my late lunch, I actually just had a slice of lemon cheesecake. I didn't really feel like anything heavy or savoury because I had Indian for dinner last night, so that's what I did. But and I ordered my caramel macchiato, which I always order. That's better, as it line is always better. My caramel macchiato, which I always order when I come to Starbucks. So yesterday at the shop, I had a couple of quite heavy readings, and so this morning when I woke up, I felt really like energetically really tired. So and I've got a bit of a cough coming on, but I felt really energetically tired, and so I decided just to sleep till about lunchtime, which I think, intuitively, like, my body obviously needed that, and my spirit guides, my angels obviously wanted me to rest up. So I slept till about lunchtime today, so I'm feeling really well rested. And I've just taken a walk down the hill from my apartment, come to my local Starbucks, feeling really good. I've just had some coffee and lemon cheesecake. And so a couple of things that I was meditating on, right? A couple of things that I was meditating on that came to me was, I was thinking about Prince Philip's pending funeral, the Duke of Edinburgh, and how Harry will be reunited with his family after that furore, that global interview that revealed all of those secrets. So I was meditating on that this morning and just thinking, sometimes death actually brings people closer, brings families closer. But actually, I was thinking it will actually be awkward, won't it? Because presumably he's going to be sitting with the rest of the family, and even though he hasn't been back in the UK for a year, I mean, what's the conversation starter going to be like? Like, hey, what have you been up to apart from slagging everyone in the royal family off on Oprah's TV show? I mean, they know what he's been up to. He's been on the top of a double-decker bus with James Corden, spilling the beans about stuff, his family members and royal life and stuff, and then he's been, obviously spilling his guts on the Oprah Winfrey show as well. So, I just think that sometimes death does bring people closer together, but I think it's going to be quite awkward, isn't it? I mean, if somebody's dead, there's only so much you can say about the event, It's not like a wedding, where you can talk about their childhood or some of their fondest memories or some of the fun things that they did when they were growing up before they started dating and getting married. I mean, if someone's dead, there's virtually nothing to talk about. What can you say apart from, nice velvet lining on the coffin, Remu wood, that's mahogany, that's a nice choice of coffins. What can you say, really? I mean, do you think that the royal family's going to be wanting to share with Harry what they've been up to? Like, behind closed doors, their personal life, what they've been doing? Do you think they're going to be, opening up and sharing those types of things with Harry now? I don't think so. So time is a healer, and death can transform people. But I actually think that for Prince Harry, it's probably going to be, it's going to be about modesty, isn't it? It's going to be about humility. I think that, definitely in the aftermath of that interview, I mean, it's just going to be him. I mean, who's he going to take? Like, if you think about it, like, if you were his staff, do you think his staff are going to be putting their hand up and say, oh, sure, I'll go and walk into the lion's den with you? After that tell-all interview, do you think his staff are going to be wanting to go with him? He'll have to pay someone a lot of money. I mean, some people wouldn't want to go for a king's fortune. So is he going to be taking a friend, or is he going to be taking a staff member, or is he just going to be, waltzing in there by himself? It's it is quite interesting. It's like it's the family dynamic of it, and what we know to be true when the proverbial hits the fan, and then you've got to front up. You've got to face your family members. I don't know. I was meditating on that this morning for some reason. So, it might be a case of eating humble pie. I mean, what else is he going to say? Is he going to say, oh yeah, I've got these multi-million-dollar deals, and you may or may not be part of the podcast or the conversations about that as well. Just depends on how the ratings go, So, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Meghan Markle. When she married Prince Harry, I was watching the interview with one of my flatmates, and I remember one of the royal commentators saying that she comes from such a colourful background that in the end maybe that's going to be her demise, maybe that's going to be her downfall in terms of socioeconomic status, and some people actually thought that was a bit slobbish and elitist, but we can see now from how the kind of uncontrollable things that she does to get media attention we can kind of see now that perhaps some of that is starting to ring true, some of that is starting to surface as maybe part of her character or fundamental flaws in her character that will potentially lead to her demise. I actually am quite fascinated by that particular dynamic, and also for me, growing up in a Pākehā family, even though I'm an Indigenous person, I'm Māori. There's very few instances that you actually experience racism. Mainly it's prejudice or just ignorance, and I'd like to make an assumption that whatever was said about the possible skin colour of the baby, that was more out of interest, out of fascination. I've certainly growing up with family members of mine who are white, who are Pākehā. Anything like that is always said like with humour or just interest, actually, just interest or fascination. So I doubt that it's got anything to do with any type of like racial slur or anything like that. So those are a couple of things that things that were crossing my mind this morning on my day off that I was meditating on. And apart from that, it's a really beautiful day. The sun is shining. In a minute I'm going to go and get my yoga mat and go and do some yoga. It's obviously getting quite busy at Starbucks. So in a minute I'm going to go get my yoga mat and go to the park. I live near a park. So I'm just going to go to the park and do some stretching, do some Buddha yoga. I've been trying to kind of get into that online and stuff. Yeah, but I just wanted to share that with you, and I have to clean my apartment later on as well, which is going to be a bit of a mission. I did one small thing, vacuumed one corner, because I actually hate cleaning. I probably should hire a cleaner, but so tomorrow is kind of day off number 2, so I'm going to be trying to clean my apartment tomorrow, and plus doing a few admin type stuff for my shop. There's a few DIY things that I'm doing in my shop. Okay, so I might actually film some stuff like later this afternoon, and at my shop as well, just so that you can see some of the things that I've been doing to the shop to turn it into a spiritual haven, spiritual healing space. Alright, so I'll leave you to it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, whatever you're up to, and positive vibes, and I'll talk to you soon.